I'm Andrew Bonfield. I'm the CFO of National Grid and the chair of the 100 Group of Finance Directors. The reality for most companies now, cyber is a principal business risk. It's become very much more of an issue for boards. It's a big risk for companies. It's a risk because, as they say, it's not the fact that you may not have been hacked. It's just you don't know yet whether you've been hacked or not. I think the issue here is the one of actually understanding what the implications are, managing the risk and mitigating that risk. And I think it's an area where boards will continue to focus a lot of time and attention. It tends to have, there are financial implications of it downstream, because obviously if you are in a situation where your systems are hacked and sensitive information is released, there is long-term, not just reputational implications, but there are financial implications as well. So I think it will continue to be a major risk that many companies continue to focus on. Boards own the risks of all companies. That is part of their job, is to own the risks and make sure that management are held accountable for making sure that they mitigate the risks as best as they can. So I think definitely it is something that boards are going to focus on, making sure they understand as best as possible. So, for example, both at I'm on the board of Kingfisher as a non-exec director. We have teach-ins about cyber risks and regular updates, and here at National Grid as well, our board have regular updates on cyber risks. So I think generally, you'll see board ownership of that. Obviously, the boards own the risk mitigation and making sure the risk mitigation, they don't actually own the detail of the risk, because otherwise that would be a very, very detailed involvement in the operations of the company, but that's where the board sits. And the one thing we've always had in the UK is very clever people who are able to identify an opportunity. It's whether we can actually develop it well as a nation. I think that would be the opportunity that I would see. If you consider that the web was invented by a Brit, we have lots of opportunity there. It's about making sure we actually capitalise on those opportunities and actually make sure if there are products we develop, those are within the companies that are developing them, they actually market and actually monetize them as best as they can. That's traditionally not necessarily the best thing that we've done as a nation. So how can we find ways of making sure that we are seen as the best mitigators of that risk as possible, rather than being, as we already know, there are many nation states who are involved in a lot of the cyber activities. So it's again, how do we make sure we have the right defences against that?